So today, I got this big tripod I'm using right now. So today I'm going to be painting the two rearview mirrors in this wing finally. And my little setup that I'm going to be using is I'm going to use these two strings, well 550 cord to be exact. And I'm going to somehow figure out a way to use these clothesline hooks, clothes hangers, something about, I don't know, probably have them sit within the bolts of the wing so the wing will stay suspended on each side with the clothes hangers. Then, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll probably do something similar with one of the bolts or two of the bolts on the rearview mirrors, but I will probably do it with one separate string on each side. So I'm going to go ahead and get that part figured out right now. I do have a little extra piece of string so I can go, or 550 cord, to make it my terminology here correctly, and go ahead and get that all set up right now. And I'm a little taller than that, but anyway. Now, just before I also set up everything, I also got and swept the ground. Now, I didn't do as clean as I normally would, which I would use a leaf blower and then hose down the ground, simply because if I was doing the body of the car where I would be walking around it, the hose would be pulling around it, then I would really clean up the floor the best. But at this moment, all I'm doing is just these three parts. They're going to be suspended in the air like this, and I don't have to worry about so much kicking up the dust because there is a slight breeze that's coming, but where I'll be walking, the breeze is going to blow any dirt straight out that way. So I don't have to sit here and worry about walking around the car and kicking up any dirt off the ground and onto something that's a couple inches off the ground. So right now I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this figured out so that I can get the rearview mirrors hung up, and then we get them cleaned off. I got my alcohol and water mixture, and I have my tack rags. I also have my respirator out here now today too, and I'm throwing parts everywhere. So let me get this set up and we'll be right back. Well, all right, here's our solutions. We have this coat hanger going on the outside because it's putting pressure to try to go this way, so it'll hold itself. Then we screwed the bolt down a little bit onto it just to make sure it holds. So that's on there. This one tried to go in this way, so we went ahead and put it on the outside and screwed that one down and tied off our excess 550 cord up top so that it wouldn't interfere and get into the paint. I was gonna tape off the third brake lights, but I accidentally pulled the bulbs out of there and the wire. It's all sitting right there on the desk, so that solved this problem for me. And oh, my little cap came off. I'll fix that. Went ahead and just tied the string around the nut, the threads here, tighten the nut down on the string, and then tied a knot just to be on the safe side so that I could go ahead and move these around just like so, one on each side. And now I have my solution to my problem. So now I have them hanging up ready to go, and we can get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cleaned off, get this other threaded piece done, and I'm going to load up the spray gun right now, and we'll be back in a minute. And before I did forget, I do have the information of my base coat and my clear coat of the mixing, just in case I happen to forget, which it's not really hard to forget. It's 2-to-1 with the medium reducer on the base coat, and it's 4-to-1 with my clear coat, but when it comes to that time, we'll be there. I did learn a little tip and a trick to keep from making too much of a mess, although I got one little dribble there. Take 2 pieces of tape across the top. It'll keep the funnel away and it'll keep from pulling too much into the top. That way minimizing the mess. Alright, so after fighting with getting the water that was left in the wing out of it, we finally have them alcohol and cleaned off all 3 of the parts. They are also tack ragged off. So now we are ready to go ahead, and I already have the paint mixed up, put it in the can. The air compressor just finished filling up again, so we're gonna go ahead and start spraying on our first coat, and hopefully it goes well. Oh, okay. Just got the first coat done, and I found a whole bunch of stuff that I don't like. A whole bunch of edge mapping. So I thought I had it all feathered out nicely, and it was, in my opinion. At least on the top, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. But I'm hoping within another coat or two, let it fully cure, I should be able to sand that out a little bit, and or hopefully within the next couple coats, I'm looking over my rearview mirrors here. No, there's no sand edge mapping on these so far. So hopefully on the subsequent second coat, third coat, if I have to go third, but I'll probably do it anyway. I can hide that edge mapping. So we're going to continue on and see what we can do, and if I have to, I will sand it down lightly to get that out and then recoat it again. So we'll see. Okay, so now we have our clear all mixed up. We got it. Our mixing instructions said it was a 4-to-1 ratio, so we are now just going ahead and mixing it, making sure it is nice and whatever you want to say, mixed up, stirred up, whatever. So we're going to get this done. Now we're going to go ahead and we've already strained it into this cup. So now we're going to go ahead and strain it again into here. And yes, we did thoroughly clean the spray gun out. It took a while because when I was cleaning it out, it wanted to have an awkward spray pattern. So I had to keep cleaning it until that was solved. So we got that taken care of. So now we have the spray gun loaded with clear. We are going to put, where's my cap on, and we are going to get these parts cleared. All right, so we are done for today. This is the wing finished, all shined up. It does have a little bit of orange peel in there. That is fine. I do plan on taking care of that when it is fully cured. I will be sanding that orange peel out of there. Even though it is a stock Camaro that isn't going to be for show, it will be glass smooth like a mirror finish. It does not matter to me. Even though these mirrors have little to almost no orange peel to them, they still will also be wet sanded also, because there is also little dirt nibs everywhere. It's not a lot, a few pieces here and there that got in that I missed, but that's okay. I will wet sand those out, and I will buff this thing until it shines like a mirror, until people look at it from outer space and they go blind. So that is it for today. This is legitimately the first time since I was like probably 17, 18 that I have painted a car. I mean, then I did also, but it's been so many years since then. Yeah. So basically, it's the first time all over again, however that works. But I got some cleaning up to do. I did clean out my spray gun already. That has been cleaned out. I'm waiting for these things to dry, but I will be waiting for about 20 minutes before I take all this tape off, because I don't want it to damage all of the paint. But like I said before, that is it for today. Thank you for watching me paint. Thank you for being here. And if it is your first time here, please consider subscribing, because I still have body work to do on this Camaro and have to paint this car. I still have a front and rear bumper that needs to be painted, and another part that needs to be painted before I actually get to the full part of the car. Hopefully that will be closer to this week / maybe next weekend. I'll probably go ahead and paint those 2-3 pieces. This cutlass will definitely be getting painted also. Body work on this will start when this gets closer to being finished. I will start doing body work on this also, but I need primer for this because there is a lot of spots that have to go down to metal to get rid of rust. So I will see you all later. Please consider subscribing if you haven't, and if you have, thank you for coming back. Like, comment, and I'll see you all later.